Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Please make sure you like, subscribe, consider becoming a member. I got almost 13,000 subscribers, 2 members. You know what I mean? What does it cost you to pay $3, $4, $5 a month? You know what I'm saying? Nothing, man, especially if you enjoy the content. In addition to that, go over to Spread Shop. You go on my YouTube page and go to where it says shop and buy some of the Hood Champion merchandise. I'd appreciate it. But as long as you give me a donation for the fried rice and chicken wings, we're good. Hey, look. Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn. I'm out here feeling sorry for these two. Talking about 20, 30 years, where are they going to be psychologically? They peel the scab off of the father's first and second fights and all the chaos that surrounded the Eubank-Benn rivalry. Now that's been, put on the children's shoulders, and now you got the 2 sons that are out here carrying that weight on their shoulders and all the pressure of having to perform under the bright lights in front of rabid fans and get a victory. And what if they don't? 30 years down the road, you may see them out on the corner biting people. But then you listen to both of these guys talk, and they're talking how they're up for the fight. They're excited for the fight. This is a legacy fight to them. They're doing it for their fathers. And most importantly, cha-ching, ching, Wu-Tang, Kerring, they're grabbing that money. These little money grabbers. How dare you come out here and try to grab what could be $20 million apiece? Let me tell you something, man. I'm being real. I still worry about these dudes psychologically. I still think they're grieving in a certain way. But you know what? There's a little sliver of me that feels these guys are hustling us, man. They're playing us. They're promoting the fight so they can make that money. Now, for those of you out there saying, oh, there's no way in the world they'd make $20 million. Hood Champion, you're taking it to the stupid. What you have for breakfast this morning? A bowl of dumbass? Hey, you, McNicholas, easy. Yo, Seagull, don't fly in here dropping crap off. If they're both in 2022, we're going to make a guarantee. 3.5 to 4 million apiece. Guaranteed. Fast forward, 3 years now? With all of the back and forth, the controversy, the egg and Ben system, the egg in his face from Eubank Jr., clobbering with the shit. Turkey Al-Sheikh being involved, Riyadh season, the Wu-Tang cream floating around, because when Turkey's in the house every day is Thanksgiving. Why wouldn't they come out here now and make possibly 15, 20 million? At minimum 10. Yo, keep a few things in mind, okay? Now, we know the fight with them back in 2022 was highly anticipated. Let me tell you something. There was a buzz surrounding the fight, especially in the UK. Over here in the States and around the world, I don't know how much buzz was surrounding it. But we know it's a huge fight in the UK. But everybody is interested in the shit now because there's been so much attention on, both fighters. Conor Benn, say what you want. The man out there with the doping scandal, Eubank Jr., Roy Jones led him to a loss. He went out there, got clipped by Liam Smith. Liam Smith did elbow him too, though. But he got hurt by a punch, then he got cleaned up with the elbow. Eubank Jr. comes back, he's doing work, poking at Conor Benn. Conor Benn comes back, he's not really looking like the killer in the ring he was. Still has great combination punching, great stamina and condition, but the power is gone. Probably has it inside one of them eggs and shit. But the bottom line is, now things got a little juicy. People are salivating. They're like, yo, we want to see this. And Eubank Jr., broke character, hit Conor Benn with an egg. You just don't see Eubank Jr. reacting like that. I'm like, yo, he got a little dog in him. I didn't think he had that in him. Bottom line is now people are ready to see these guys fight. And essentially, it's almost like a fourth contest between the Eubanks and Benns. The first 2 were when the fathers fought. The third one was the fight that didn't happen in 22, and this is the 4th time. So really you had 4 times where there was a Eubank versus Jr. fight. 1 didn't happen, the other 2 happened, this 3rd one's going to happen. So we have 4 build-ups. So, yeah, people are really looking forward to it because, let's be honest with you, you just never really seen a family grudge match quite like anything like this in the history of boxing. I'm talking about fathers and then the sons. I remember Nonito Donair's brother lost to Vic Darchinyan, and Nonito came out of nowhere and damn near killed Darchinyan. But Klitschko came in for Corey Sanders, and he beat Vladimir, and Vitaly came and put the beans on him. But I mean, I don't think there's ever been like your father handing shit down to the sons to fight. But anyway, expect a sellout crowd when these guys get in the ring. Eubank Jr., 35 going on 36, so he's no spring chicken. Conor Benn still young, have the young legs. But with the age comes wisdom, and Eubank Jr., he has fought on an elite level. He has had title opportunities, and he has more experience and IQ and more size. So I favor Eubank Jr. Doesn't mean he's going to win. I just, if I had to do a predictive analysis, I just have to side with Eubank Jr. Because Conor Benn bubbling up from welterweight. We know he fought at some weird weights after he was trying to get through the investigation, but the bottom line is he's really a 147-pounder. But he has the heart of a lion, and he's going to give it his all. I just think him being a money grabber is really what matters to him in this fight more than anything, because he's already said, if I lose, I lose. It's not the end of my career. No, because he's going to make $10 to $20 million for this fight. Anyway, man, I just think it's interesting when you looked at in 2022 when they had the fight schedule and in the contract, it says for every pound that Eubank Jr. would have been over the catch weight, he would have been fined $80,000. And Eubank Jr. went on to say that he has too much respect for money to risk throwing away such a sum. So for this fight, I don't know what the penalty is if Eubank Jr. comes over whatever the contracted weight is, because it's a rehydration clause. But if he comes over that, I don't know what the penalty is. But we know he ain't gonna mess around with money. He's a gambling man. He wins money, he loses money. So in a sense, does he value a large sum of dough? Yes. But also, does he not? Because he gambles, and when you gamble, there's a lot of risk of losing it. I mean, it depends on how you want to look at it. But the bottom line is, I expect for their viewership to break records. I expect for these two to make more money than they ever thought was conceivable. And I just think when you look at both of these guys and their net worth, I think they're okay. But for Conor Benn especially, who had to spend a lot of money, trying to, clear his name, which still didn't really clear his name. But I think this is one of those reasons why he's taking this money grab opportunity, because it's like, shit, I just went out here, man, and shelled out $1-2 million. That's a lot of money, people. Conor Benn was not a superstar. I don't think he was making huge money, but he was making good money. But to lose $2 million, $1 to $2 million, that's a lot of money. So for him to come into this jackpot of a payday, well then, all is good. And for Eubank Jr. too, where is he going to go? He didn't want to fight Alan Canuli. He's floating around at 160, 168. I mean, Eubank Jr. is a good fighter. He's a dog, but I mean, is he the kind of guy that's going to go and beat Alan Canuli? Is he going to beat Adamus? Is he going to go to 168? Can he even beat a Demetrius Andrade? Can he beat a Munguia? Can he beat a David Benavidez? Can he beat a Canelo? Now, he'd fight Canelo for the dough, but I mean, really, can he beat him at this point in his career? So when you put all that together, these two here are the money grabbers. Cha-ching, ching. That's what you should call them. It should be cha-ching versus cha-ching, ching. Ching versus ching, ching. That's what this shit should. Almost sound like the Julie Jane Cousins. But that's what this shit boils down to. Getting that dough. And you can't blame them, man. But I'll tell you this, man. Don't feel sorry for either one of them. Don't feel sorry for them. I still feel like the promoters, but I'll be honest, if it was me, it's not like anyone has any ailments, right? Physically, they're healthy. It's just mentally, right? Well, the mental health is what I'm concerned about. But I mean, if you lose a fight and you make $10 million, I mean, that $10 million can help heal your whatever mental health struggles you're having. It can help to remedy that shit real quick, can it? After the fight, he probably curled up in the corner of his bed with a little piece of blanket, holding his balls, crying. But as soon as someone said, hey, check your bank account, and he see that goddamn $10 million, shit, he snatched that blanket off and jump up, man. He probably ready to run 10 miles. and just tell everybody, F you, man, money grabber, cha-ching, ching. Because that's exactly what this shit is, man. It's a money grab. I'm not saying the fight's not going to be good. I'm not saying the fight's going to be like the father's rivalry. I'm not saying that. But I do believe these both of them are going to fight tooth and nail to get the victory. But the number one priority for them is the money. And the number one priority for them damn sharks around him, Eddie Hearn and everyone else, is the money too. Because at the end of the day, if you boil this conversation down to what I was talking about initially, nobody's really thinking about 30 years from now how these guys are going to fare, depending on if one loses, or whoever loses. Even if the other one wins, are they going to be able to deal with the success and failures of making this fight? But nobody cares because they just see all the money they're going to make, and it's all a win to them. They just see a W. But Hood Champion can, dive a little deeper, and I definitely see it as more than a W. But at the end of the day, if Benn is talking like this is the fight I want, he's not worried about his mental health, his sanity and shit. When Chris Eubank Jr. puts the bing bings on him, and Chris Eubank Jr. is out here talking about this is the fight I want, legacy in the dough, he's not worried about Conor Benn possibly clipping him or outworking him and making him look old. You know what? Who am I to sit here and be concerned for them? You know what I mean? I'm driving the car. I won't say that because if you don't wear a seatbelt in my car, I'm liable. But if I got a friend who wants to go and drive home with no seatbelt on, and I'm like, yo, my man, put on your seatbelt. He's like, screw you, Hood Champion, you Nicholas Seagull. I'm going to drive how I want. It's like, all right, Dale Earnhardt, take your stupid ass out there. And he crashed. That's his problem. Stupid ass should have listened. So would I feel bad? Yeah, a little bit, but I tried. So these two, hey, whatever. We're trying, but they're going to do what they want anyway. Now, if it's my kids, it's different. You know what I mean? There's none of that. You do what the fuck daddy says. Simple. Anyway, man, y'all keep cool. Can't be there in person. They're gonna be on pay-per-view and everything else, man. I want to see the fight. You know what I mean? The shit's gonna be broadcasted on DAZN in over 200 countries, so it's gonna be a big deal. But anyway, it's just a money grab. These guys here got the ski mask on and they're running through, man, and they're just snatching up, bags and bags of money. Word is it could be up to $20 million a piece, but it's definitely way more than the $3-4 million they were gonna make in 2022. Can't make me think they're not going to make like $10 million when Turkey's in the house. Because when he's in the house, or Al Sheik, every day is Thanksgiving. Y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veteran 7 continents. About to take my son to practice in the breeze.